Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today, we are updating the best cards at each position right now in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Of course, if you are part of the 54% of people who watch the videos and are not subscribed, let's change that right now. Head down there, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. I don't have a shout out for today's video. I've been trying to pre-record a lot of these videos. But if you want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, comment, what should we comment? Comment the most expensive card on your team right now. Yeah, what's the most expensive card on your squad right now? Let's just get started. Okay, and let's just get started with the QB position right here. I do think the best QB in the game right now is CJ Stroud. They made his abilities good. He already has a pretty good release, great stats, has pretty good as a ball carrier as well, good speed, good acceleration. I think Stroud is the best QB in the game right now. No matter how you want to build him or whatever you want to do with this card, you can do it. However, he's going for 2.5 million. So if you want this card, I'm going to give you some alternate options here. I like any of the playoff quarterbacks. I love Josh Allen's card. I even like, if you don't care about Hot Route Master or, you know, Hot Route Master and set feet, I like William Perry. I think William Perry probably plays the best, probably plays better than all of the playoff quarterbacks, but isn't able to get Hot Route Master and set feet, or Hot Route Master and pass league, depending on what you want. But, you know, I like Josh Allen. I like William Perry. I like Josh Dobbs' card. I like Jordan Love's card in that second spot. And obviously, by the end of the video, we're going to kind of build out this whole team. I only can put one quarterback there, but just know at backup quarterback, there's a lot of different guys and names that I do like. However, I do think CJ Stroud is the best QB in the game right now, which shouldn't really come as a surprise to anybody. Okay, now let's get over to cornerback. I think I'll give you 4 options at cornerback. I think the best one right now, I would say number 2 is Jair Alexander. 96 speed, 95 acceleration, insane KOs, more for man-to-man coverage, but still insane KOs, crazy speed, 5'10", which isn't great, but you kind of want to play off those KOs. Also him having crazy high speed, crazy high man, crazy high zone. This card can get dethroned pretty quick if we start getting some 6'1", 6'2" corners with some pretty similar speed. We also do, of course, have at number 1, I would say, still Randy Moss. Go for about 1 million coins right now. 95 speed, 94 acceleration. Can play man, can play zone, can tackle, 6'4", 210. Obviously, he's an absolute stud and also does get some pretty good abilities and special X factors as well. I also do like Champ Bailey for this spot as well. 95 speed with 96 acceleration, 96 COD. Man, zone, pursuit, it's all there at 6 foot. Again, more of a man guy, but does get lurk artist. If you are looking for a good deep out zone KO cornerback, there of course are options I'll show you right now. Actually, I'll show you my last guy I have, which is Ken Riley, who's also more of a man guy, but I like him because he's able to get 96 hit power and also has good speed and good man and zone. But if you want to see some good deep out zone KO corners, I'm not sure what I was trying to say right there. You know, Ty Law's free card is good. Caleb Evans, you can't really get him yet, but Darius Slay is one of the better ones because Darius Slay is one of the few cornerbacks that actually get it for 2 AP. It actually makes sense. I made the cornerback tier list video yesterday, and people were like, was it yesterday? What's today? Today's Tuesday? Is today Monday? I made it Saturday, right? Cornerback tier list on Saturday. And it makes sense why people think Slay was a little bit low, because he is one of the only cornerbacks in the game that get deep out zone KO for 2. So if you want that, obviously cornerback's a position where you have those deep out zone KOs kind of firing. So if you need that, Darius Slay would definitely be in your top 4 cornerbacks, maybe even a little bit higher. Okay, now let's talk safeties, free safety and strong safety. This one might be a little bit controversial, but I do believe this is one of the most underrated abilities in the game right now, and that is the reinforcement X factor. That can be an ability or even just getting the reinforcement ability or X factor on. So if you're not willing to invest 3 AP into Troy Polamalu, don't worry about what I'm about to say right now, but reinforcement, you don't know what it is. I've said it a lot. It basically gives you every single KO, deep zone, short route, flat zone, medium route, deep zone, deep route, it doesn't matter. It gives you all those KOs, but also makes you a demon against the run. It gives you inside stuffs, it gives you no outsiders, all that good stuff. So all those abilities, which are the best abilities in the game right now for 3 AP, are just ridiculous. I know he's 5'10", but with those KOs, it doesn't matter. He plays crazy, he reacts fast, he just plays insane. So Troy Polamalu definitely needs to be on this list today. But if you don't care about reinforcement, a nice backup option for strong safety would definitely be Ryan Neal's card. Great size, 6'3", 95 speed, can play man and zone, and also a pretty good tackler. However, doesn't get good deep in zone KO or whatever. So if you want a deep in zone KO, there's obviously Bo Jackson, or there's even Julius Peppers, guys like that. At free safety, I think the best free safety in the game right now is Malik Hooker. Obviously, there are guys that are close, but 6'1", 95 speed, 94 acceleration, man, zone, and tackling, and free pick artist, or you can go 1 AP deep in zone KO. So I think he's the best free safety in the game right now. No brainer there. He's an absolute demon. So those are your safeties. Okay, for our last position on defense that we're going to talk about in today's video, we'll talk about the edge rushers and interior guys when I pull up the full roster. But yeah, for middle linebacker, we obviously got Gronk. I think Gronk is the best pure user in the game right now. His height is like perfect. The way he moves is perfect. Even the X factors for lurk artist, or you can even go lurk artist and discounted mid zone with an avalanche X factor. So I think Gronk is the best user in the game right now. I still think he is definitely that. The way he moves out there is just majestic. It's beautiful. So I'm definitely going to put Gronk up there. As my second middle linebacker, I like Ray Nitschke. Ray Nitschke a little bit smaller, but does get that reinforcement ability that we were talking about on Troy Polamalu. It does turn on and off. It's not on the whole game like Troy Polamalu's is, but it is free. So you get lurk artist and reinforcement both for free, which is pretty glitchy on a 6'3" guy that can't really play man like Gronk, but definitely can play zone, can stop the run, can rush the passer, rush the quarterback. So it's all good on Ray Nitschke. I would still go Gronk at 1, but I would definitely have Ray Nitschke at number 2. A little bit more cost effective as well there for who I believe is the second best user in the game right now. Okay, so now let's talk running back. And running back this year is one of those positions where people just don't see eye to eye on it. So I'm going to give you guys a bunch of different options that I like. I'm not going to give you my number 1 right away, but let's talk about the 2 playoff running backs, Isaiah Pacheco and his name is not Dalvin. His name is not Dalvin. I'm blanking on his name right now. James Cook. James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco. Both very similar cards, similar speed. The only, if you don't care, if you're not going to run an ability on either of these cards, or if you want RB Apprentice, Pacheco does play better and is better than James Cook, in my opinion. Only problem with the card is no discounted jukebox, which I think is one of the best abilities in the game right now, where James Cook does get jukebox for 1 AP. Similar stats, similar pass catchers. Obviously, Pacheco's a little bit more power in his game, weighs a little bit more, a little bit smaller as well, which I kind of do like. But either playoff running back, both are great cards. They're both obviously amazing. My mouse is kind of freaking out here. So James Cook, Isaiah Pacheco. Now let's talk about another thing about running backs. I like Barry Sanders' card. Barry Sanders does get the first one free, but collector's edition for 2 AP, which is the same as Polamalu. It's an X factor. That's an ability that stays on the whole game, and you can't take it off, which basically means the first ball carrier interaction with a juke, he's going to make that guy miss every single time. Also 1 AP jukebox as well. Barry Sanders' card does play super well. Another cover athlete, we got Mike Vick. Mike Vick's here too, 95 speed. If you throw the ball more to your running back out of the backfield, Yak him up is super glitchy. I've also been playing around with, putting that wide receiver and making this ability fire too. Doesn't get discounted jukebox, but does also get the special Mike Vick animations and Energizer, as well as a pretty easy to light up freight train ability or X Factor as well, which is pretty nice. And even route tech if you want to put that wide receiver. So I do like Mike Vick's card too. The number 1 running back in the game right now, in my opinion, there's going to be comments about it, but it's Peyton Hillis. Peyton Hillis is the best running back in the game right now, in my opinion. I really do feel that way. He, of course, does get the either Angry Runs or Freight Train, whatever you want to run. I think the Angry Runs is definitely the better one because, unlike Derrick Henry's, it's easy for it to come back. It's only a couple carries and it comes right back. So you have that lighting up. You have a perfect juke animation. You have a perfect weight, perfect build, even a good pass catcher out of the backfield. And I would even say once we get, we already have 96 speed backs in the game. And that just goes to show you how well this card plays. He plays so well. Even does get, the Wrecking Ball Clutch Edition ability X Factor that just stays on the whole time. And if you're willing to invest all the AP you want into this card, he's the best running back in the game. I would say even without the 3 AP Wrecking Ball ability here, he's still very good. Just go ahead and put the 0 AP. You can honestly get away with just running 0 AP Angry Runs, and if you want to go jukebox for 2, you can pay for it. If not, it's perfectly fine. Or even have RB Apprentice or Bulldozer. Do whatever you want, right? This card, I just think he plays the best right now in this game. Perfect juke animation, speed feels perfect, runs guys over, can make guys miss, broken abilities, broken X factors. So I think he's the king right now at running back until we get like an AKA new class or AKA what's it called, Cruz, Cordell Patterson LTD or Quad Father, whatever the case is. So the best running back in the game right now to me, yes, Peyton Hillis. And for the last position we're going to cover in today's video, we got the wide receivers. The best card in the game right now is a wide receiver, and that is Calvin Johnson. Double me X Factor, 6'5", 96 speed, 95 acceleration, perfect route running, stats, my bad. Even after the catch, he's pretty much perfect. All big promo theme team chems. He's an absolute demon. So Calvin Johnson, best card in the game and best wide receiver in the game. Number 2, I still have Randy Moss. 3 thresholds, 95 speed, absolute demon. Card plays great. Needs to be talked about in this video. Next up, we also do have the new Rod Smith card. I love this card, 95 speed at 6 foot. Great route running stats, great after the catch. It also does get really good discounted abilities like 1 AP Slot-O-Matic, or even 1 AP Wide Receiver Apprentice is just amazing. If you're not running Hot Route Master, it's actually like you get Slot Apprentice and Outside Apprentice both for 1 AP, which is very good. So I love this Rod Smith card. It's just an absolute demon for sure. Love the Rod Smith card. And then finally for our last wide receiver, I got this Deion Sanders card right here. 95 speed, good acceleration, great thresholds, great after the catch, 6 foot. Main reason why he's here though is because of his X factor, which is going to be the yak him up out of position Deion Sanders, which means whenever this is on, he breaks that first catch or that first tackle after the catch. That's the right way to say that. So those are my top 4 wide receivers right now in the game. They're all really good, and some of them are pretty cost effective, like Randy, Rod Smith. Deion a little bit expensive, obviously Cal a little bit expensive, but yeah, those are the best wide receivers in my opinion. And let's go to the full lineup. Bill, we still have a lot to talk about. Before we get to the final squad, there's 2 cards I want to talk about. The first one is this Devin Hester card. He has a chance to be on here. He has a chance. He's gonna get the AKA Route Tech X Factor. So every 5 plays, it'll turn off, turn back on. Which Route Tech's obviously very good. Not sure what discount abilities he'll get right now, but unless it's like a really good apprentice like Rod Smith gets, I doubt it really puts him on the list. But there's a chance with a good ability that he could have been in today's video. One card that definitely would be in today's video is this card right here, the Minister of the Defense. We don't know his actually we do know his acceleration. Sorry, 93 acceleration. This card is an amazing edge rusher or even defensive tackle. He'd be one of the best players on defense. If we go back to the old Reggie White card, for example, I pull up any old Reggie White. I think he had an all Madden LTD, right? He has perfect traits, big hitter, high motor. It's all on yes. So this card, whether you want to play him off the edge or you want to play him on the inside, he would definitely be on today's list. But unfortunately, while I'm recording this, he's not out yet. I'm recording this like an hour, 30 minutes before the new class AKA drop. But let's go ahead and fill the roster. So here's the team right here. And with the snap of a finger, we got the full roster built out. So let's get started with defense. JJ Watt needs to be on here. Absolute demon. I think he's the one of the 2 Team Diamond champions that are worth building. But Nick Bosa also there as well. Vita Vea at defensive tackle, also Jalen Carter. If you wanted to, you could also you do something more like this if you really wanted to. And then, like I said, if you want, I would probably even say, this one's actually kind of tough because Matabuke is also kind of a demon. So, because he does get that I'll show you what I mean right here. He does get that unstoppable. Or was that what it's called? Unstoppable? It's called something like that. Unstoppable. Unstoppable force. That is what it's called. I knew it was something unstoppable. Which is obviously very good there. So Matabuke, I'd probably go something more like this. But also we're talking about edge rushers too. If I were to throw the edge rushers in as well, I would definitely use Lawrence Taylor. I would probably not use him. And I would either probably go with Reggie White. And obviously this is going to be his AKA card I'm talking about here. You could either go like Reggie White, or if you don't want to buy JJ Watt, you could do that, or Matabuke off the edge, and then also use there's some good there's a lot of combinations, but I think one with Reggie White's the move, and definitely Matabuke. He should be on pretty much everyone's squad with that free unstoppable force. It's obviously pretty glitchy. But those are probably like the edge rushers how I would kind of order them. Nick Bosa will leave them up there just for the visuals there. But there you go. And as a user, as a user, left outside linebacker Christian Harris. Not a great rusher, but a very good user because he is able to get that 0 AP lurk artist with 95 speed. We talk about these 2 cards. Lawrence Taylor, perfect traits, even clutch, perfect stats. This card is, as long as the fatigue stays off, he's a demon, right? We talk about all the safeties here. We talk about the interior and edge rush guys up front. The up front guys, here you go. Trent Williams, Isaac Samulio, Samalo, I believe is how you say it. Creed Humphrey, Larry Allen, John Runny, and of course, can't forget about Steve Avila and Joe Tippmann and Darnell Wright, who could also be on here. At tight end, we have Dallas Clark, who I do believe is the best tight end in the game right now. A little bit of run block in his game. Yes, he's only 6'3", but great speed, great route running stats. Also really good abilities here with third down threat, deep threat, and route tech from the tight end position. Also do love the Gronk card as well. I gotta go back here. The Redux LTD Gronk, as well as Vernon Davis at tight end. So that is going to do it for the best cards at each position. Let me know, was anyone snubbed? Let me know down in the comment section, did I snub anybody? Let me also toss in, Darius Slay there too, because Slay should be talked about because he is one of the few deep out zone KO corners in the game too. So there you go. Best cards at each position. Drop a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. And of course, as always, I will see you boys in the next one.